to the. Okay, very good. Well, today is October 18th, 2025, and this is Advanced English Composition 102 with, um, let's see, the first class that we have with Fully Equipped Bible Institute. And we are going to get right into it. We have students here, so we'll go ahead and start with a prayer. Gracious Father, we thank you for the gift of language, the power to express thought, share truth, and connect hearts across distances and cultures. As we begin the class, grant us wisdom to learn diligently, patience to communicate clearly, and respect for one another's perspectives. May our study of words draw us closer to understanding both humility and the beauty of your creation. In your holy name we pray. Amen. All righty.
Amen.
All right, so I have some items to go over that I will just get done just in case people haven't looked through the classroom yet. Were you able to access the syllabus?
Yes, I did go through it.
Okay, very good. I'm sure that there's going to be questions, and so just letting you know that if anybody has any questions, email me. That's the quickest way to reach me. I do have
Mhm.
office hours. However, those are few and far between and a little harder to
Mhm.
schedule. So I am available anytime by email if I'm not sleeping. And and also by WhatsApp. I haven't tested it yet, but I have somebody that's going to help me test it today from the last class.
Okay.
And let's see.
I think on your syllabus you said that WhatsApp was an urgent thing or something like that.
Yeah, yes. If it's urgent, or you need something right away, you can
Mhm.
email is definitely the quickest. WhatsApp is the second quickest.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. We have some goals here for the class. My goal is to get through it and relay the information that I know with everybody here to help you become better writers. Um, and we're going to learn how to write effective arguments, discussions. We're going to use credible research and how to cite those in your papers. We're going to work on analyzing texts critically, looking at them perhaps from another perspective, um, developing an academic voice, which some have in English Composition 101. Um, Follow the writing process, document sources properly in APA style, and just become overall thinkers and reflectors. There you are, Walter. No, I hear the matrix isn't working very well. No. Okay. Um, as far as the textbooks, there are um 3 of them listed. Do not worry if you can't get to them all at once or download them all at once. We are going to be going over what you need step by step. And let's see. Okay, so there's 3 texts listed. The first one is They Say, I Say, and that one is an important book to read the first few chapters. Don't worry about reading the entire thing. Also, the last one is A Writer's Reference. That one is important for the types of writings that we're going to be doing. The middle one is the Norton Field Guide to Writing. That one is optional, and we won't be assigning any reading from that. I will email all of this to you.
Oh, fantastic.
And just in general, it would be good to just become a avid reader. Just read everything. Read the newspaper, read um, social media articles, read books, read whatever you can. It helps develop that vocabulary and sense of style of writings, and it benefits you in all sorts of ways. Let's see. Okay, so the rest of the syllabus is available for you to read. I added something yesterday, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, the class schedule where we have what we're doing on what day and the assignments and due dates. So that's why I'm also going to be emailing it to you so that you have the latest version of it. And I may change, I'm just going to say I will. I will probably make a change here or there, which I will let everybody know about. But also you can check the updated version of the class schedule because um, I I like to keep updated things instead of just always trying to remind people verbally. I like to have something there that is visual. In fact, I am going to share my screen if I can figure that out. Again, it disappears on me. Okay. Share. I'm going to show you the schedule that I am talking about. Okay. Does it want to show you? Okay. There it is. Okay. Oh, maybe my matrix is going a little slow as well. Okay. So we have the syllabus here. And I will scroll down one moment. Okay. We have all the different ways to contact me by email, WhatsApp, the meeting here, office hours. I don't want to go too fast and make anybody nauseous because when people go fast on this, I get a little sick. Okay, this first one here, this is the book that you should keep in mind, and this last one.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now I can see.
Oh,
I thought,
it was taking a bit. Okay. All right. We will be doing 3 major essays. We will do a narrative essay, an analytical essay, and a research essay. Then we will do a research project. That should be fun. I know it might not seem like it, but it will be fun. Reading responses, that's also included in like participation. Quizzes, you have a quiz every week after class, sometime before the next class, and participation and attendance. Okay, let's see. Okay, here's what I was talking about. If you looked at the syllabus before, it did not include this. So this is new, and I'm going to email it to you today. But we have today is week 1, the date October 18th, 2025. Topic is rhetorical analysis and introduction to the advanced English composition. We'll talk about rhetorical analysis, persuasion, thesis skills, tone, audience, etc., pre-writing, drafting, revising. The assignment for next week is, and I'll go over this again, is to read They Say, I Say chapters 1 and 2, and also read A Writer's Reference chapters 1 and 2. I'll remind you of that in a little bit. And due date, complete quiz 1 before next class. The next class is on October 25th, so complete the quiz the day before or earlier. You can even do it today. It's ready. It's up and ready. So that's how this class schedule works. Just things are what we're going to talk about, what you need to read, and what's due. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I wanted to make it clear so it would be easy to read. It looks like a lot, but it's not really that much. Okay, let me stop sharing and get to my next page. Which is, oh, the internet is going very slow for me. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I don't know why either.
Well, we love the smile.
Thank you. That's sweet. Okay. All right. Can you see the page that says before our first session?
Yes, I can see.
Yes, I can see it too.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm still learning. I'm just absolutely amazed at how much there is to learn about online teaching and all that goes with that. Okay. This is some of the things that we possibly have done or could do. Familiarize yourself with the course schedule and expectations, which you've taken classes before, so you know the expectations. Do your work, attend class, happy, just enjoy what you're learning because this is just what a wonderful opportunity this is for all of us. Okay, download the course textbooks. Did you, either of you or anybody have any difficulty with downloading textbooks?
No,
Okay.
not really, but I believe you said something about we might not like the first page, the first book you said only a few chapters.
Correct.
So maybe you could enlighten us on that.
Yes, I will do that.
Yeah, I was going to say that I am still to download any of the text books that you've just mentioned. Um, Hopefully, I will do so soon after the lesson.
There's no rush really. But yes, we will be reading They Say, I Say, and that will be, I think I said 4 chapters, not all at once. Yes, just the first 4 chapters, because the rest of it is for another type of class. But so we can talk or email if you have any more difficulties with the downloading of books. Okay. We'll talk about your first assignment draft, which is due in week 3. So we'll get to all the details about that. The guidelines though, and I think everybody has been able to work with APA style, and which includes the font Times New Roman 12-point font size. And I was reading that it said 1.5 line spacing, but it's really supposed to be 2.0 line spacing. So I just wanted to make sure that it's just a detail. So if it is not what you're used to, we can work on that. And obviously, correct spelling, grammar, and punctuation. We'll have all that count for your grade. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing and get to the next page. Which is right here. Computers can be amazing, and they can also be very frustrating. Okay.
True that.
It's amazing how it can bring people together and also create really rough days. But today's going pretty good. I have learned so many new things, and I feel so lucky. Okay. Well, I hope Marcelina comes back. If not, this is recorded, so. Okay, so this says week 1 class discussion, and it's for class 102 English. Do you see that on your screen?
Yes, I can see that. Thank you.
All right, very good. Thank you. I forgot to ask, Walter, do you have a title that you would like me to address you by?
No, not at all. Water is good enough. And I also sorry I missed the first part. My network was just all over the place. So I've been trying to get in at least 15 minutes before the time. And then at 7, it was saying you're in another meeting.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then I just couldn't get in and out, hardly had anything. So anyway, so I don't know how much you know about me.
I don't actually know anything except you have a great name.
Okay, yes, I'm Walter Otis Tapumane. I'm from Zimbabwe, from a small town from Harare. Harare is our capital city.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just about 75 kilometers away from there, a town called Marondera. Yeah, I've been a student, I think, since inception.
Yay.
Yeah, so this is actually, I'm just ending my second year with Public Health.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's been a very interesting journey, and I'm enjoying every bit of it, and I really appreciate everything that we are learning. And yeah, so I don't know. What do you prefer us addressing you by?
Well, you really didn't miss much at the beginning. We were just waiting around and making small talk, but you can call me Professor Dunham, or you can call me Carla, because that is what everybody here calls me by.
Okay,
But
great.
whatever you prefer.
I'll call you Professor Callas. I think that
Yeah,
sounds good.
that
This is
sounds
that's
wonderful.
Marcelina.
What was that? That sounds wonderful. Professor Carla. It's got a ring to it.
Yeah.
Mm. Can I just interrupt a bit?
Yes.
Walter is being a bit modest.
Mm.
He received an award for best student last year.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, Walter, that's something to brag about.
wow. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I did, and it was quite a surprise actually. I didn't expect that to happen, but yeah, I did. So yeah, we thank God. Um, Marcelina, I still remember that.
Mhm. Wow, that's really nice. Oh my goodness. That means a lot. Wow.
Yes,
Thank you
thank
for
you.
that, Marcelina.
Oh, well.
Okay. And we didn't really go over much while you had been bumped off, so we'll just start in with this right here. Um, if anybody would like to take notes while I speak, that's fine. I will also be emailing this to you. And this is important. You will want to know this information, and you'll be able to use it before the next class. So without saying much more, I'm just letting you know you'll want to use this. Okay,
Thank you.
we have week 1 class discussion 102. The primary purpose, okay, we're going to get right into rhetorical analysis, and we'll get to understand what that means soon. But the primary purpose of rhetorical analysis is to understand how a text persuades its audience. That's one of the essays that we will be writing, is persuading your audience, whoever is listening to you or reading your writing. The next one we have is the key elements to consider rhetorical analysis are logos, which means logical appeal, pathos, which means emotional appeal, and ethos, which means credibility. These 3 items are what this rhetorical analysis is all about. This is what we are going to be discussing and be able to use in our writing: the logical appeal, emotional appeal, and credibility. I don't really understand why they wanted to use fancy words for this, but that's okay. They're shorter words and they make it sound really credible. Okay, let's see. Let me get the page. Whoop. I dropped my page everywhere. Okay. So we have this thing that was just mentioned in the first two lines of this class discussion. It mentions rhetorical analysis. Have either of you heard of rhetorical analysis before?
Yes, I have, but I'd have to look up rhetorical.
Ah, yes. That's
Yes.
okay.
Historical analysis, isn't it? It's you have to look at the background, the history
Yes,
of a particular issue.
right. Oh, wow. Very good. I can see why you won that award.
I thought it was rhetorical, not historical.
Well, you also have to look back at historical as well. Um, it's when you break down and like examine how a writer or a speaker tries to persuade or communicate their message. So not just what they're saying, but how they're saying it. And that can bring in some historical things, but it is rhetorical. And it's it's like looking at the strategy behind the words. So everything that we write needs to be on purpose. No like extra words that don't need to be in there. Needs to be right and to the point. So what's the author trying to do? And the author in this case would be you. Are they trying to persuade you into something or to change their mind, trying to persuade you to believe the same way that they believe? Are you trying to inform somebody about something, an event or an activity? Are you trying to entertain? That's self-explanatory, I believe. Entertain um, by how you're writing. Criticize. Are you trying to criticize something and have somebody agree with you or to disagree with them? Things like that. What are you trying to do? Also, the strategy of trying to think who you're talking to. And it really does make a difference. It makes a difference if you're talking to teenagers versus parents. There's different ways that I'm not talking about slang, but different ways that we speak to teenagers versus parents. Um, Ways that we speak with scholars. I I was wondering about that too. How was I going to switch from teaching the young students, elementary students that I teach, to teaching almost college graduates, you guys? So how am I going to do that? And there's also strategies on context, like what is going on in the world or what's going on around you, historically, culturally, or in someone's social background. That really does matter. You need to be aware of things such as that. And how do you convince your audience? This one is a big one. The ethos or credibility is when you say through your writing, you say something like, Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. How could you get that statement across to somebody without those words? You would put background behind it, you'd put evidence behind it. And pathos, the emotional appeal, how would you relay that in your writing? You could be descriptive. You could have writing that helps them feel deeply, maybe appeal to something that you know that they could relate to. And then the one that says logos, logical appeal. This one's important because it's not just logical. It says, here's the evidence and here's the reasoning. So you would have to have references that you back up what you are trying to say. So that's where we're going to also be getting into citing where we got the items from, where we got the information from. And there is information just about everything that's got positive and negative or pros and cons. So if you look long enough, you'll probably find information that agrees with what you're trying to get across. And I want to mention that rhetorical analysis is not arguing who's right and who's wrong. You're just trying to explain how you make your case. It's sort of like a lawyer here in the States. There's a lawyer for the defense and there's a lawyer for the other side. And each one has some sort of case that they're trying to get across, and they have to find evidence. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to present a case and find the evidence to back up what our case is. Let's see. Okay, on to the next one. When we did that. Okay. When analyzing the context of a rhetorical text, you should consider the historical, culture, and social circumstances surrounding the text. So I believe I went over that. It does sound very similar, rhetorical and historical. I thought that was pretty funny, Marcelina. But yes, I see what you were saying. The primary function of a thesis statement, and I do believe you guys went over the thesis statement in English Composition 101. Is that correct?
Yes,
we did.
very correct.
Okay, thank you. It's then this one will be easy. It's to state the main argument or should say or point of the essay. So you would be putting what you're going to talk about and why, and then explain it, and then stating it again at the end. Excuse me. A thesis statement is typically located at the beginning of the introduction paragraph or at the end of the introduction paragraph, but needs to be in the introduction paragraph for sure. A good thesis statement should be narrow and focused to provide clear direction. If you have too many items in your thesis statement, it's going to make your writing long and kind of unclear. So make sure it's narrow, focused, and it should come out much better. I was talking about tone with some other people, and your tone in writing refers to the writer's attitude or feeling toward the subject and audience. I'm not sure if anybody here has teenagers living in their house, but I do. And I frequently have to tell my sons, watch your tone, because sometimes they're very respectful young men, but sometimes they get a little bit mouthy, and I have to remind them, watch your tone, because you do not need to be disrespectful toward me. And so then they change how they say it, and so that's a lot in our house. All right. Sometimes there's different kinds of tones in writing. Some are humorous. Could be that the whole writing piece that you have is just takes on a funny sort of style. Could be optimistic, hopeful, critical, neutral, encouraging, angry, somber. It just really depends on what you are talking about in your writing. It can take on so many different things that people can relate to. Understanding your audience is important when considering tone, because a tone appropriate for one audience might be offensive or ineffective for another. You certainly would not approach speaking with government leaders in a humorous way completely or an angry way. Either one of those, I probably would get some strange looks and some repercussions from that. So I would pick, if I was speaking with leaders of a country, I would definitely keep it neutral, and I would probably definitely have a tone of respect. Let's see. And the last, go ahead.
Or not say anything at all.
Yes. Or not say anything at all and just try to blend into the background. For sure. I like you. That's funny. Um, okay, the last one is adapting your tone to your audience enhances communication by increasing the likelihood that the message will be received as intended and be effective. So you can pick the wrong tone, that is for sure. But try to pick the tone that you think would best fit your audience. I know that like my teenage boys, they know that the tone that they pick had better be something that I'm going to agree with, that I am going to accept. Because if they come at me making demands, well, it's not going to be a good day for them, because I expect respect from them. So, all right. I am going to stop sharing. I learned this last time. You stop sharing and then you go back and share a new screen. This is so exciting for me. Just learning different things. There's so few classes that we have together that I just feel, I feel like we have to get everything in. Okay. Are you able to see this?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thanks. Thank you.
I will probably ask that every time, because one time I went on a long talk and nobody could see what I was talking about. So I just want to make sure I get this right. And if I don't, please tell me. Okay. We have a short practice assignment. This is going to, you can turn it in before next class. Just email it to me or upload it. into your class portal or email it to me. But what I would like for you to do is choose one of the following short text ideas. Excuse me, I seem to have gotten the hiccups. You can choose a famous speech, an advertisement, an opinion piece from a reputable source, doesn't have to be new. And the questions that are below that, answer these questions in response to what you have chosen. For example, a famous speech. If you chose one of those, what's the author's main argument or purpose? What were they trying to say? What was the point of the whole thing? Identify an example of ethos in the text. And the reason why I'm also emailing this to you is because I want to make sure that you have the information that that you'll need for this. So ethos, credibility. What's the credibility? How does the author establish that? Identify one example of pathos in the text. How does the author appeal to the emotions? Sometimes you'll see people as they're delivering a speech, and they will literally become emotional because that's how much it means to them. Or they become emotional to try to tug on your heartstrings and make you emotional. That gets you more on their side. Identify one example of logos in the text. What evidence or logic does the author use? You will not need to go look up the sources that they have used. Just try to find the evidence that the author used. They might refer to a date or another text that they found the information from. And just for each of those questions, just try to write one or two sentences that what is the answer? What's the ethos, pathos, logos? What's the main argument? And describe the tone of the text. How does it make you feel when you read something? If you do any sort of social media, sometimes you know that some of those items that they write, it really just makes you so sad. Or other ones are so encouraging, and it makes you feel really good. So try to figure out what the tone is from the piece that you choose. And last is, who's your intended audience? How can you tell? Is your intended audience people who scroll through Facebook or Instagram? Or is your intended audience the church congregation? Maybe it's your family at a family dinner. Who is there to listen, and how can you tell? Okay. We have part 2. Says, craft a thesis statement. And so choose a topic you're passionate about: climate change, social media, education reform, and write a thesis statement that clearly states your position on the topic. So it doesn't have to be one of those 3 things. Those are just examples. It can be literally about anything, something that you are passionate about. And write a thesis statement that clearly states your position on the topic. Make sure it's arguable. So it's not a fact. It's something that is your belief. It's specific, not too many things, clear and concise, not too many parts and pieces of it. For example, here I kept mentioning social media. Here's a piece to it. The topic is social media, and the thesis statement would be, while social media connects people globally, its negative impact on mental health, particularly among teenagers, outweighs its benefits. Now, we can find facts for that, and we can find facts against that. There is so much information out there. You've got to decide what your position on your thesis statement is and go find facts. This is where that would be for your side. Okay, part 3. Okay, and these are not like big long papers. These are just sentences, answers to questions and such. So don't worry about thinking you're going to have to write big long papers. Part 3 of the homework. Imagine you're writing a blog post about your chosen topic and answer the following. So let's say I'm going to choose the topic of, oh my goodness, helping others in our community. So if I was doing that, I would ask myself, well, what tone would I use? Formal, informal, persuasive? I think I would probably not use formal, but maybe persuasive. And I would want to do that because I would want other people to go out in their community and help other people. It's just the wonderful thing to do. It's humanity helping humanity. So I would probably do persuasive tone. The next one, who's my target audience? I would say if I was answering this question about that topic of helping the community, I would say my target audience might be the people in my congregation. I would probably target them because typically people that go to church are seekers, they're helpers, they're people who just they want connection, they want to help people. So at least here. How will you adapt your writing to appeal to this audience? I would probably try to bring in examples to them. Maybe have you ever had a time that somebody has helped you get you back up on your feet? Or isn't it wonderful to see the smile on people's face when you help them? And so I hope that makes sense. It's your own tone, it's your own reflection on your tone and who you're talking to. This says 1 to 2 pages, but it's just going to be sentences. So if you answer part 1, you'll have just the answers. Part 2 is a thesis statement, and then part 3 is maybe a couple sentences. So do not worry about where it says 1 to 2 pages double spaced. Just answer the questions to the best of your ability. And we can always talk about this next class. And that's where I would be learning from you, because then I could possibly make a better explanation to the next students. Okay, so it's due at the end of next week, which means if today is Saturday, it's due by Friday. I hope that gives you enough time. I know both of you are busy, busy people. Okay, and these are just the outcomes that are hopefully going to happen. Excuse me. Okay, do you have any questions on the assignment?
Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I think because of my network, it was going in and out, especially when you started to explain the assignment. I just want to a bit of clarification. So we are to choose any speech of our choice.
Yes.
Do we submit that? Do we submit it as well as part of the assignment?
No, no, you don't need to submit it. It would be nice to know like the name of the speech and who was giving it, but it doesn't have to be submitted unless you would like to. I'm always open to reading even more. So you can if you would like to.
Okay. Um, I'm just hoping that okay, so then that will make it a bit long because um, if I'm to get maybe 3, 4 pages of a speech,
Oh,
and
you
then yeah, that
you do not have to have 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. These are just going to be one sentence answers to the questions.
yeah, but I mean, if I'm to submit the speech itself,
Yes,
then
okay.
it means yeah, so it might be longer. So the speech will make it longer, but the answers will just be maybe 3, 4, 2, 3 pages, like you're saying. But the
Right.
speech, then if it's 4 or 5 page speech, then it makes it slightly longer
Oh, that's okay.
in
That's,
terms of submission.
yes,
Okay, okay.
that's
I
very,
just want to know something.
yeah.
Thank you.
You enjoy writing, Walter?
I do actually. I do.
That's good. Well, send it. I would love to read it. Okay. I will be sending this to you so that you'll have this available to reference. And let's see. I'm going to stop.
And I also ask a,
Go ahead.
sorry,
Go ahead.
um, do we choose one thing or do we, because there's the speech, then there's the thesis, then there's something else. So what do we do with
You
all that?
choose many different things. In fact, I would suggest that. That's a great question. Choose like if you wanted to do a famous speech, and then the next part, um, identify or not identify. On the next part, the thesis statement, choose anything you're passionate about, not the speech, but maybe that brought to mind something else that you're passionate about, or right now you're going through something as a family and you're really passionate about that. So all of the parts and pieces do not have to match.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. And I think I have one more, or do I? 4 week one class. No, I do not. Okay, that was a lot shorter than I thought. Hmm. Um, do anybody have any questions over what we've talked about? Okay. Like I said, I will email all the information that I shared on my screen with you. I will keep you updated on the syllabus and the schedule. I will try to figure out what's going on with the Zoom link. And I just want to state again, please email me or contact me somehow if you have questions. I am very open to answering questions. And if I don't know something, I will find out. Okay. So you guys get off a little earlier today.
Well, you said we should say yay.
Yes, absolutely. Very cool. All right. Well, Walter, Marcelina, it was very nice to meet you. And I will talk to you again next week on here and by email or another way if you have questions or concerns throughout the week.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Professor.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you, and I can tell we are going to have another great time. I enjoy myself, and Marcelina is good. We are back together again.
Yay. That's
It's always
awesome.
nice to be your whatever. Yeah, I always enjoy when you're in our class.
I've heard
Thank
good things
you.
about
Thank
both
you.
of you. Yep. Okay, well, thank you both, and I will talk to you soon.
Talk to you
Thank you so
soon
much.
and hope that we don't give you too much of a headache, but we'll do our best to do the right thing.
Oh, that's sweet. All right. Well, thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.
So you have a great one.
Thank you. Good night. God bless.
You too.